Imagine waking up one day to the news that the country's military, its proud soldiers, tanks, and all are now under the command of some shadowy billionaire from Dubai or a mysterious tycoon in Singapore.
God forbid.
Sounds scary, right? Well, Omutatah warns that under President Ruto's regime, everything is possible. In fact, he warns that it's only a matter of time before the KDF is handed over to a civilian overseer, a puppet dancing to the tune of Ruto's privatization fever. Mark my words, he says the military could be next.
The next thing they're going to privatize is the Kenya military. They're going to privatize the military.
I can't wrap my head on
the
military being private.
Yeah, they're going to privatize the military because that's the only thing that'll be left to sell. Yeah, and you see, there are people who run militaries in the world. You saw in like the Blackwater in Iraq. The many mercenary groups, they will come here and take over and say, okay, we are going to run this military for you.
We are going to pay you a certain amount of money.
Give us your military. They're going to do that.
His fears aren't baseless. Just look at the KDF's mess halls. For decades, soldiers relied on a state-funded meal program, a small but vital pack for men and women risking their lives.
Chakula kwa vita iko na maana. Siwezi pigana ama mwenzangu huyu hawezi pigana bila kukula. Hawezi.
But in July 2025, that lifeline was cut. The government scrapped the program, replacing it with pay-as-you-eat model. Now, the Ministry of Defense spun it as a modern fix. Less waste, more choice, fewer logistical headaches like long queues or double rations for reassigned troops.
So there's an increment to the soldier. I don't think it touches at all on the issue of morale of our personnel. One, because it only applies to personnel within peacetime locations. Personnel within operation areas continue with a free meal plan as it has been. Personnel on training and other specialized assignments continue with the meal plan as it has been. So there is no issue at all. And actually, the pilot has taken off.
But for junior officers, it is a gut punch. Many already stretched thin by loan repayments now faced the grim choice of skipping meals or dipping deeper into their meager salaries.
By saa 10:30 watu yangu wamekula.
Omutatah sees this as a glaring red flag. The KDF's food program wasn't just a pack. It was part of the 45 billion Kenyan shillings allocated to the military in Ruto's proposed 4.2 trillion budget for 2025-2026. If the government can't afford to feed its soldiers, what's next?
And do you think the president would have...
Because around the amount of stealing, already they cannot sustain a proper military. You saw the other day they said soldiers have to buy food. Where on earth did soldiers buy food?
Nowhere.
Huh? Where? If you have got a serious military. So they're going to privatize the military because they want to sustain a budget. And it's good premium. The military occupies a lot of land in this country.
You see, Omutatah's warning isn't just a hunch. It is fueled by Ruto's relentless push to privatize anything with a government stamp on it.
That investment is being made by the private sector.
Rewind to 2024 when Ruto's privatization spree was in full swing. Take Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, JKIA, Kenya's gateway to the world. Last July, that is last year, a whistleblower leaked the news. The Kenya Airports Authority had inked a $1.8 billion deal with Indians Adani Group, handing them a 30-year contract to run JKIA. The process was murky, the funding tied to taxpayer shillings, and the public was left in the dark.
Anybody who is saying that it is an individual company like Adani that can only develop this one is totally wrong. The kind of deals that are being done in this country in terms of assets that belongs to the citizens, that belongs to the workers like KDF will not be acceptable.
You don't do that for us in the next 7 days. We are marshalling everyone from aviation, everybody, and not just JKI. We will close down all airports in Kenya.
Ruto doubled down, insisting it was a necessary upgrade for the crumbling airport.
We don't. Ethiopia have a brand new airport. Rwanda have a brand new airport. And it is the reason why we need to work with investors to give us a new airport in Nairobi. I have seen many people saying William Ruto wants to sell the airport. Am I a madman? Sure. How do you sell a strategic national asset?
And if not for the US government raising red flags about Adani's shady dealings, forcing Ruto to backtrack, JKIA might already be under foreign control, specifically from India. Now, around the same time, Adani, causing up with Africa 50, snagged a $1.3 billion deal to develop Kenya's power transmission lines through the Kenya Electricity Transmission Company. That too got tangled in legal battles and was shelved.
The Adani Group are investing in the transmission line. Their money, 95 billion. We would have otherwise gone to borrow that money, burden the people of Kenya.
But Ruto wasn't done. In November 2023, he unveiled a grand plan to privatize 35 state-owned enterprises, with another 100 on the chopping block. The Privatization Act 2023 was supposed to make it all smooth sailing. By June 2024, the cabinet greenlit the sale of shares in 6 listed companies, including East African Portland Cement and the Nairobi Securities Exchange. Ruto and his allies hailed it as a bold economic reform, promising growth, cost-cutting, and a flood of private investment.
I am also going to get a strategic investor for Bomas of Kenya. We need to build another conference facility in Kenya, in Bomas of Kenya, and we need to build maybe 2-3 hotels in Bomas of Kenya. It is what is going to change the fortunes of our country. We are going to make sure that every government asset gives money to the shareholder, the government of Kenya.
Kenyans, though, weren't buying it. Social media exploded with outrage, and Omutatah, ever the thorn in Ruto's side, took it to court. In September 2024, the High Court slammed the brakes, declaring the Privatization Act unconstitutional for bypassing public input. By April 2025, the Court of Appeal doubled down, leaving Ruto's privatization dreams in limbo.
Many people would have expected us as government to borrow money and come and invest in this facility. That is not the right way to go about it, because we do not want to burden the people of Kenya with either additional taxes or additional loans.
Now, months later, Omutatah is back with a chilling warning: the KDF could be next. With the government pinching pennies on soldiers' meals and Ruto's track record of handing national assets to billionaires, the senator's fears don't seem as so far-fetched.